Paul, I've often heard you say that all of your designs are based around the passive solar design principle. Would you be able to tell us more about that? Why it's important? Why people should do it?
Sure.
Is it just a design fad or gimmick, or?
No, it's a very natural, no-cost way of heating and cooling your house. It's reducing the energy consumption of your house, right? So I can demonstrate with a model recent project down south. It is perfectly set up for passive solar. So north is this way. Sun is lower in winter. It's almost overhead in summer. So I can use my torch. So this is winter. You can see how far back the sun is lower. See how far back in the house that it gets.
Yeah, so I can see the light is actually hitting pretty much the walls.
That's it.
At the back.
That's it. So there's a lot of sun coming in. It's heating the floor. Floor's heating up. It's staying warm, right? But we don't want that in summer. So the sun is overhead, and so I have designed that overhang so there's no sun in the house in summer.
So I can see the sun's stopping on the veranda there, and that's good because it's not making it through the glazing into the house.
Exactly, and I've calculated that, which is not that difficult to do, calculate that overhang. The other thing is that we all know that at some point in summer, the sun is horizontal. We know that, on the coast. So I've got no windows at all on the west. Same in the morning, there's no windows on the east here, right? But so what effectively we're doing is we're using the sun to heat the house, and it does heat the house beautifully, coming through that glass. The analogy I've used once before about the car, you know what it's like when you come back to the car in winter. The car is warmer than it is outside. In summer, if the car has been in the shade, it's quite cool. If it's been in the sun, it is boiling hot. So you want to keep the sun out in summer, and as much sun in summer. Heats the floor, naturally heating the house, and keeping the house cooler in summer. So you're reducing your cooling load, your air conditioning load in summer, and you're reducing your heating load in winter. Double with the fact that this is quite a narrow house, one room wide, small openings where we get the sea breeze, and large openings on the other side. We get a fantastic cross ventilation. So any breeze that's around, and there usually is in this location, we're getting a wonderful cooling effect from using the breeze. Again, it's free.
It's free. And so it looks like with this particular project that you had the ability to basically spread the house so that you did have this wonderful north-facing aspect, but that's probably not possible on all projects. No. So how do you deal with it on smaller blocks where there's more restrictions?
You can still do it. You still orientate as best you can, and sometimes the shape of the house might have to change, or there's a courtyard or a U-shaped house. There's ways to design around that to try and get as much north. There's always a way to do it, right? This site's lucky because we know it's a big site on a big property down south. We didn't have those restrictions of boundaries. Look, this is an example of using the site well, right? The specific site, there's a slope that way, contours went that way. We followed the contours. There's an amazing view we took advantage of, and then we're able to do this one roof with that one overhang, which shades the house in summer.
And what about, say, in Perth or Western Australia? We've got this generally west-facing coastline. So when someone has a house, say, overlooking the ocean, they can't help it. The best view is out to the west, which, according to the passive design or solar passive design principles, you shouldn't have it there. No. So what do you do in those situations?
So there's projects. We do projects in coastal locations in Perth. You still try and, as best you can, orientate the house to the north to get that for that passive sun. People still want that view. It's okay in the morning. In the afternoon, the sun is horizontal. So I've usually done that with the use of shutters, by using like sliding shutters that can be tilted when you want to filter the sun, but they block out the sun completely when you need it blocked out.